Well, good morning, everybody. We are playing the Sioux City team. Apologize, I don't remember now what their team name is. Ultimately, if this game goes to a win for the Bucs, we head to the championship game early this afternoon. If we lose, but less than 2, we also head to the championship game. So now we know kind of what our hopes and expectations are as we head into this first game here. But to start things off, it's going to be Yohi, number 88, who's going to take the first drop. Pucks down, 12-minute periods, just like they've been for the weekend. Bench trying to slow him down. Yohi also there. Now Baker. This is the same facility we've been at, but we're on the other sheet of ice, which is a little wider, so that could change our playability a little bit here. McDaniel trying to run down that loose puck, not going to make it before Sioux City does. Marin with it at the red line, passes it over to McDaniel. McDaniel tries to get it to DePass, can't get there, but Marin sees it. He's got 2 on his back. Sends it to McDaniel, who's wide open. Shot stopped short and deflected away. It would have been a little wide of net anyhow. Pembroke with it over on the red line on the far side. Sioux City tried to clear it out in neutral. First attempt was no good. Second one is going to get there. Des Moines to pick it up behind their backside of their own net. It was Goldie with it. Sends it to Marin. Marin changing directions. Loses his tail. Forwards it up to his empty man right here in front. Fallis with it. Brings it into the zone. Gets it a little ahead of his stick. Can't keep with it. Tries to regain it back. Sioux City going to come out. Yohi coming in from the back door. Tips it off of his stick. Fallis to recollect. Shot up. Stopped short just on the outside of the net. Fallis going to send it around the boards on the far side. Sioux City scrambling to peel it off the wall. Able to pass it to their man who dumps it out of their zone. It's going to be an icing call against Sioux City, though. Reset to Des Moines' advantage here. Let's get a little zoomed in here. Yohi again on the second drop. Puck going to clear out into neutral. Again, Sioux City sending it deep into Des Moines territory. Another reset on an icing. Yohi again on the drop this time. Sioux City to pick it up in their corner, backside of the net. Yohi offering some resistance there. Welch to pick it up on the far side, sends it in the middle. Pass picked up by Sioux City as they bring it into neutral. With speed, they work their way up. Shot high off of the glass. Des Moines clears it out into neutral. Sioux City passes it over in neutral zone. McDaniel out in front. Sioux City there tried to send it into the zone. Instead, sends it straight into Des Moines' bench. Marin on the face-off this time. Marin wins it, but Sioux City's going to bring it out of neutral first. Loose puck found by a couple of players in red. McDaniel and Marin both tried to scramble it. Marin going to pick it up in the corner, sends it over to his man McDaniel on the far side, leaves it open to the pass. Pass gets it knocked off of his stick. Des Moines reclaims it, sends it. Sioux City running it down. They're going to get to it before DePass can. They bring it around the backside of their own net. With speed in and out of neutral. Same Sioux City player inches his way up. Shot going to go backside of the net. Player tripped by the ref. Parents jokingly calling a penalty against the ref on that one. Sioux City again with speed, working his way around, going to come right off of the side. PJ looking for that one. That one's going to be a save on his part. Play called dead as he's trying to loosen it out of his pads there. Yohe again on the drop. Tries to get it back to his D-man. Ref's feet were there in the way, unable to do it. Smith with a runaway. Tries to come sneak it up into that corner. Goaltender not going to let him do that one. Smith over to Fallis. Fallis sends it right back. Smith now with double pressure. Gets it to Yohe. Yohe looking to reset. Fallis out in front. Gets tripped up. We're going to see a delayed penalty. Pembroke keeps it in the zone. Gets it all the way up. Pembroke with another reset. Looking to get it to Smith in the corner. Pembroke keeps it in the zone. This one stopped short by Sioux City. But with the first penalty of the game going to be against Sioux City, a minute and a half power play for the Des Moines Bucs at the 7:27 minute mark here in period one. So far still a no-score game. Marin on the drop. To pass with it. Sends it to Marin, back behind the goal line. Marin gets it through Sioux City to the pass, sends it back to Marin. Marin tries to shape it around. Can't get it very far past that Sioux City player's skates. McDaniel now on the far side. Gets it over to Bentz. Bentz tries to get it up the middle. Stops short. Sioux City able to just pick it out. Stays with it. Bentz beats him to it. Doesn't let him have it for very long. DePass brings it into center. Hands off to McDaniel. McDaniel brings it in. Pass intended for Marin. Or possibly DePass. Neither could quite connect. Both there in the front. Puck brought in by Marin. Handed off to DePass. DePass looks to set up. Can't quite get the puck there. Deflected short by Sioux City. Marin tried to hand it off to Goldie. Keeping it in the zone. Goldie couldn't get there before Sioux City did. And they dump it deep into Des Moines territory. Marin going to be there to pick it up. Marin works in and out. Sends it up to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt off of the wall. Bentz with some assistance. Puck clears out into neutral. It's going to come all the way back into Des Moines territory. Sent by Brett up to Welch in the neutral zone. Pass picked up by Bentz. He brings it in the zone, gets it picked off his stick, able to peel it off of the wall. Sioux City to reclaim it backside of their net. Goldie on the far side with one-man pressure. Can't quite shake him off. Dumps it out. But Baker this time with a penalty. Just as we had come off of our power play, we head right into a penalty kill. Follis over there on that face-off. Shot by Sioux City went wide. They try to recollect it in neutral. Forward progression made. Follis tries to knock it back. Smith. Smith tried to clear it out of the zone. Now Follis over on the far side. Follis goes down kind of wonky. Looks like it twisted up his knee a little there. He's heads off. In my correction, that wasn't Follis over on the far side. It was somebody else, but I couldn't read their number properly. Shot by Sioux City goes way high. Picked up by Follis now on the spectator sides. Passed up but not retrieved. It's going to go in deep. Sioux City goaltender stopped it short. Des Moines worked really hard to get there in time. Find that empty hole. Couldn't quite get there. Sioux City recover the puck, bring it back into Des Moines' zone. He works around one, trying to get around Bentz now. Hits it on the outside post. Bentz fighting for it. Brings it out of the corner. Pass intended for DePass. DePass able to retrieve it. This puck picked up by Sioux City. Dumped back into their own zone. Passed around. And exchanged hands a few times. They're going to bring it in and out of neutral. A lot of red trying to slow them down. Sioux City with another shot. This one going to go top right corner. At 3:40 in the first period, Sioux City to put the first goal on the board, 1-0 over Des Moines. Marin resets. Sioux City trying to get it centered up. It gets through the mix. Des Moines tries to sweep it out. Sioux City doesn't let it leave the zone. Hildebrandt fighting for him off the wall. Sioux City going to send around backside of Des Moines' net. D-man on the far side keeps it in. Shot attempt's going to go up. Van Tilburg shuts it down, sends it around the backside. Hildebrandt tries to keep forward momentum on it. It's going to dump it into Sioux City zone. Unfortunately, a little too much gas and not enough contact. It's going to be an icing call on Des Moines. Yohe this time on the drop. Gonna win this one. Yohe with it. Tried to send it, didn't get it very far. Goldie with it now. Goldie looked to get it up to Smith. Can't get it in there. Yohe sweeps it out of the mix, but Sioux City reclaims it neutral zone, dumps it back in. Bentz behind the net. Up to Yohe. Yohe in the corner, trying to work around the ref. Follis comes away with the puck off of the wall. Forward pass intended up to Smith, just a little too far out in front. Smith trying to run it down in time, can't get there. Another Des Moines icing reset. 2:05 left on the clock. Face off with Marin. was one. Sioux City reclaims it just outside of their Des Moines zone. Marin on the wall, trying to get some space. Sioux City stops short. Marin this time off the wall, coming in the corner. Changes direction, sends it out. Welch tries to keep it. Merrigan on the far side. Puck sits for a second on the top of the boards. Finally bounced off. McDaniel left to DePass. DePass stays with it. He's got two-man pressure. Backhanded pass. Intended to get up to McDaniel. Couldn't get it there in time. Van Tilburg unable to slow Sioux City down. Puck's out in front. Baker trying to get to it. Less than a minute remaining, 52.7 seconds. Yohe on the faceoff, wins it, gives it back to his D-man, dumps it into the zone. Goldie couldn't keep it in on the far side there. Sioux City to pick it up. It's a battle at Des Moines blue. Sioux City going to maintain forward control. Bentz slows him down and then gets some help from Yohe. Yohe and Bentz both on the wall. Loose puck comes out. Fallis dumps it in. Sioux City to find it. And that is the end of period number one. Des Moines down 0-1 against Sioux City. Puck down as we head into period two. Iowa trying to keep it out of their zone. Sioux City going to bring it back in. Des Moines to recover. Marin with it there. Sioux City responds by sending it back out into neutral, maintaining forward progression. Sioux City with a shot, going to go backside of the net. City again working around the corner. One right up the middle, going to go wide left. Sioux City recollects. Back to his D-man. Biffs it. Marin scrambles. Sioux City recollects. Hildebrandt comes up. Doesn't take the puck with him. Marin to pick up the loose puck. Hand it off to Welch. Welch to Hildebrandt. Marin again over on the far side. Des Moines changes out lines. Pass with it. Brings it out of the zone in a neutral to try to reset. Yohe with it. Yohe to McDaniel. Can't collect. He's going to meet it at the wall. Sends it back to Yohe. Met at the backboards. McDaniel to sweep it out and away for a few inches. Yohe. McDaniel tries to get another one off. Sioux City has his stick on him the whole time. Can't quite get it there. Yohe and then to DePass with another shot attempt. Those ones just not quite getting enough speed or online to get where they want it to go. Bentz on the far side, try to center it out in front. Couldn't get it to his man. To pass behind the net. Off to McDaniel. Sioux City to come away with it, bringing it into neutral and out. Passes it to their other guy, but here's the offsides whistle. Smith with it to Pembroke. Pembroke up into center to Fallis. Fallis tried to get it to Smith. Sioux City brings it back in. Pembroke on it. Sweeps it around along the boards. Smith, Marin both on the wall. Pembroke now in the corner. Marin going to work around the ref. Puck gets a little out in front of him. Sorry about that. Marin in the corner. Tipped out by Sioux City. Pembroke on post, trying to help Brown in net. Sioux City works it around backside of the net. Pembroke there in the corner. Ref not helping. Sioux City tries to work it all the way up. Loose puck can't be found. PJ scrambling. But he's able to wedge a mitt in there. All right, sorry for no sound. Had to sub out for a hot second there. 5:10 left up on the clock here in second period. And in 8 seconds, Marin coming out for his last penalty. Smith with it, working his way around. Shot. And no goal. Good attempt there by Smith. We are back to full strength. 4:41 left up on the clock. Pass going to take drop this time. Over in the corner to pass with it, but Sioux City going to maintain possession. Van Tilburg in neutral. Dumps it back off of the wall. Smith now behind Sioux City. McDaniel stops it short, but Sioux City will reclaim it. Brings it around Bentz. Works his way up. Saved by Iowa there. But we'll have a dead whistle as it knocks his goal off. Yogi's face-off is 1. Bentz breaks it up in front of the net, tries to dump it around. Doesn't give it enough speed, but Bucks able to continue that forward progression. Shot attempt by Follis. Couldn't quite go far enough back. Van Tilburg over to Bentz. Bentz tripped right at the blue line. Des Moines heading into a power play here. Minute 30 power play for Des Moines. 5-on-4 action. Smith behind the net and now to pass. Van Tilburg keeps it in. Gets over to pass the stick. Van Tilburg going for it. Finds a hole in the ice. Trips. Bentz to reclaim it. Brings around the backside of Des Moines' net. Works around 2 of them. Dumps it forward in neutral to Smith. Smith working his way up. Smith with an attempt goes just wide. Van Tilburg dumps it deep in. Sioux City return to sender here. Sioux City dumps it into the zone. Van Tilburg. Cross ice to Bentz. Bentz up to Hildebrandt. Smith keeps it in before he hops the bench. To pass with it, forwards it up to Follis, can't collect. Sioux City takes it over instead. Sioux City dumps it around a few as 2 Des Moines players collide. Puck deep in the corner in Iowa's territory. Bentz leaves it behind. Sioux City tries to set up, deflected away. 1 and 2 saves by Brown back to back. Yohe on the drop, and Pembroke, good thing he was there. Shut down that shot attempt. Sioux City in the corner. Passes it around back and forth a few times. Fallis with it. He's got two men out in front. Inches his way closer. Fallis with another shot attempt, shut down. Des Moines battling for it on the far side. Backhand sweeps. Another shot attempt, this one by McDaniel this time. Rebound not available in play. Sioux City going to dump it in deep. With an icing call, Iowa's advantage. Both teams have been back to even strength now. Score still stands 1-0. Looks like goal? Nope, DePass was on center for that one. Another shot attempt. Smith in the corner. Looking to get around two men. Did it for a while and lost it. Sioux City dumps it back. Brown and deciding to let that one go. Yohe going to take point. Loses the face off. Baker keeps it in, tries to get up to Yohe. It goes past him. Sioux City to try to send it around from backside of their net. They're going to clear it out of the zone. Sioux City maintaining forward progression. Passes into the middle. Shot attempt. PJ looking for that one, and I don't know if it went through the five or kind of up and over his leg pad. But Sioux City with a new lead, 2-0 over the Bucs. Time on the clock is 49.9 seconds. To pass again on the drop. Sioux City at their blue line sends it up. Bucs at their blue send it right back. Sioux City to recollect. In and out of neutral. With the shot stopped short by Bentz. Sioux City keeps it in the zone. Hildebrandt tried to clear it out. Sioux City with another shot attempt. This one's wide. Bentz tries to work it around. Leaves the puck behind, loses his footing. Hildebrandt on the far side trying to get in the mix. Des Moines gets it tipped away. Barely clears. At last collision. Took a player from each team a little extra time to recollect, but that is the end of period 2. This is at that point with their 2-0 lead over Des Moines. Should the game end with no more scores on either side, I believe that still advances us to the championship round. However, if we lose by more than 2, then we will be heading home after this. So, with one period left to go in the game, hopefully we see some things turn around for Des Moines. Some of those shots getting it past Sioux City's goaltender. And like I said, this is the same complex, but this particular sheet of ice is a little wider than the one that we've been playing on, so not sure if just the wider game space is affecting things for us or not. rather eventful game going on behind us. They're tied 2-2 in the third period. And I think depending on how their game went also determined who we would be playing with in the championship. My understanding, modified understanding, is that right now there's kind of a three-way tie. So this game is going to be kind of what starts to split that hair more succinctly. But back in third period, Des Moines going to win the face-off. And they're also going to take a shot right away. I missed what player that was. My apologies. Fallis, perhaps. But hopefully that sets a nice mood going into this final period. Yohe on drop now for Iowa. He's going to win it. Goldie along the boards to Yohe. Yohe to Smith. Smith returns to sender as Yohe just sends it right on back. Smith again to Yohe, open behind the net, and back to Smith. Break up this volleying pattern a little bit. Not sure if we were just trying to wear Sioux City out, having them play ping pong back up behind the net, but after a while we do end up losing that forward momentum on it. Gets it turned over to Sioux City as they try to bring it into Des Moines zone, offsides. Marin on point. Wins it, gets it to McDaniel. McDaniel to DePass. Marin with it this time, trying to get a backhanded on it. He had Sioux City right on his stick, couldn't. Able to collect. Gets it to Baker. Baker tries to get it sent up. Stopped short by Sioux City. He's able to still keep it in the zone. McDaniel on the far side trying to find it. DePass gets out in front of him where he can't maneuver on it. Baker sends it into the zone, but still had red on the far side of the line. Yohe on the drop this time. Smith working his way up. Smith with the shot, no good. Fallis trying to collect on the rebound. Loose puck being chased down. That's not going to get there in time. Icing call against Sioux City. We'll reset over here to Des Moines' advantage. 10:25 remaining. Yohe on point, wins this one, gets it back to Fallis. Fallis can't connect with it. Sioux City takes it over, brings it in and out of neutral. Dumps back to Fallis. Fallis clears it out of the zone to Smith. Smith around one. Working hard with the shot. This one just wide. Yohe from the corner to Fallis behind net. Looks to get it to Smith or Yohe, trying to clear out his pressure. Dumps it backwards to Smith. Smith around the boards. Yohe to collect on it. Goldie also there. Smith picks it up behind the net. Fallis trying to tip it in. And it's going to go just on the outside of the post. Swept behind the goal line. Nice fight there. Marin on center. Loses the face-off. Cleared it out from the drop, but sends it right into Sioux City's stick. Sioux City going to dump it deep. Another icing call. Sioux City pulls their goalie. Not sure if... just kidding. He's there. For whatever reason, I was looking for white pads. Hildebrandt trying to recollect on it as if it was dumped off of his stick. Sioux City going to bring it out of their zone. Passes it. Not going to get to their man. Marin to collect. He has pressure both sides. He's trying to get it around. Able to clear it out. Dumps it into neutral. Sioux City stops it at their blue. Passes it. It goes high, hits net, and is dumped into the bleachers. Yeah, Dad seemed a little too excited to throw the puck back on the ice. 9 minutes on the dot left to play. Yohi on the face-off. Baker up to Smith. Baker keeps it in. Oh, they're not going to give it to him. Going to call offsides. Yohi was on center for that one. Yohi over on the board. Smith also over there. Goldie keeps it in, sweeps it back. Smith with the pickup. Smith to Yohi. Bounces off Yohi's stick. Goes high. Smith again to collect to Fallis. Fallis to Yohi, trying to knock that one in. Goaltender deflects it out. Sioux City behind their own net, sends it along the far boards. Pass up into center. Fallis with it. Trying to get around a lot of players in white. Tries to dump it back. Intended for Smith, it looks like. Just too much pressure in the way. Sioux City brings it hard and fast into Des Moines territory. Sends it back to their D member. D with a shot, and that's a save. With the other sheet of ice behind us, there's also spectators standing at the top of this bleacher to watch that game, and so they're yelling things that aren't happening in this one, and it's very disorienting. A lot of the kids I asked yesterday said that having the two sheets next to each other, hearing the buzzer and the whistles from the other side, causes a lot of confusion at times. And especially if the game is as loud as eventful as it has been over there, it can even be louder than sometimes what they're hearing right out in front of them. Marin was on the drop for this last one. In the corner, Sioux City trying to peel it out. Sioux City outside of the zone, sweeps it over to their player on the far side. Collects, dumps it back in. Stopped short by Pembroke, sent back out. Same Sioux City defender kicks it back into the zone. Sioux City passing it around a lot. Shot attempt goes wide by Sioux City. Sioux City running it down as it goes deep in their own zone. Kicks it back along the boards. Passes from Sioux City, meets it into neutral, carried into the zone. Another shot attempt was saved. And then the second one goes wide. Third one. Deflected out by Brown. Sioux City keeps it in the zone. Des Moines trying to clear it out, able to do it this time. Bents to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt in round one. Hildebrandt with this shot. Deflected away. Yohe couldn't get quite the right angle on it. Loses it. Yohe to McDaniel. McDaniel to Yohe. Yohe spins around to pass to Hildebrandt. Sorry, Hildebrandt on that one. Des Moines putting their first goal on. Hildebrandt with that from Yohe and McDaniel. 5:53 remaining in period 3. New score 2-1. Bucs getting their first one up on the board. Wallace going to take the face off. Kansas City has stolen our chant. How rude. Sioux City with the shot. No luck. PJ shutting that one down. Bucs recover into the zone. Smith out in front gets tripped up. No call on that one. Sioux City to recover. Brings it back into the zone. Tipped off by Pembroke, but they're going to recollect it. Work it around. Soft handoff. Doesn't go anywhere. Fallis. Runaway train. Working his way up. He's got pressure in front. And even though Fallis goes down, we still ended up getting a goal on the rebound with that one. Goal put in by number 1. Followed up by Fallis. Well, with 5:05 left in period 3, we now have a tie game 2-all. And even though there was a trip because we then responded immediately with a goal, no one's sitting in the box, so we're still at 5-on-5. Marin on the drop there, lost this one as Sioux City right away brings it up. PJ with the save. And PJ's net getting reset. A little bit of a tussle there. Des Moines watching their goalie. Marin again this time loses it. Gets it hit off of the ref's legs. Sioux City trying to collect into the corner. Iowa tips it off his stick. Pass up into center. Intended for McDaniel, can't collect on it. Marin keeps it from entering Des Moines zone. Dumps it in deep. Sioux City going to meet up behind the net. As Des Moines changes out some of their line members. Sioux City had plenty of time. Yohe with it. Looking to floor it. Didn't realize his man behind him hadn't come back on sides just yet. .427, Yohe on the drop. Wins this one. Bends up to Fallis. Fallis brings it in the zone. Fallis with a shot. Yohe trying to collect on it to Smith. The tie game going on behind us. One of the teams just put one in to reclaim the lead with 6.4 seconds left in the third period. Sounds like it was Stars. Fallis with the shot back over an hour game. We had a one face-off by Yohe, a shot by Fallis there. Pembroke over in the corner to recollect. Now running it down behind Des Moines' net. Oh. Sioux City finds it and sends it, able to get it just in the top right corner. .343 remaining. Sioux City reclaims the lead 3-2 over Des Moines. Hopefully now with the game behind us, our guys can actually hear what's going on their own game. Marin on drop. Bents hard into the boards with a check, no call. But DePass has it with speed, stops, changes directions, gets it tipped off of his stick by Sioux City. Sioux City with fast momentum goes in and out of neutral. Around Bents. Tries to get it to his man in the middle. Stopped short by several Des Moines players. Des Moines comes away with it off the back wall. Tries to get it to Welch. It was a little behind him. Bents to pick it up. Brings it in. Bents looking for a free guy. Looking to get it to DePass. Can't connect. Sawyer keeps it in on the far side. Welch going to retrieve it off of the wall. Soft-handed back pass. Not going to collect with anybody. Des Moines in neutral. Sawyer dumps it in. Doesn't get very far. Sioux City kicks it down. Forwards it up to their man. Goes in and out of neutral. Had some resistance right there. It's going to make its way all the way up to PJ. He's going to slow that one down and cover it. Yohe wins this drop. Dumps it in deep. Smith on the far side fighting for it. Follis to find that loose puck. He's got pressure behind him as he's trying to dig it away off the boards. Sioux City tips it off. Yohe trying hard to recollect it. Follis kicks it back to Smith. Smith with open eyes. Got one around. Tries to get it to Yohe. Yohe at the wrong angle to do anything with it. Sioux City with a pass met by Pembroke, and Sioux City behind Des Moines' net. Pembroke to Smith. Smith intending it for Follis. Intercepted in neutral. Pembroke again dumps it into neutral. Follis going to get to it first. Follis trying to bring it around. He's got double pressure. Backhanded. Picked up by Sioux City. Marin now in the mix. Trying to slow him down. Follis off of the wall. Gets dumped into neutral. Sioux City with it. Sioux City around one. Pembroke trying to slow him down. Trying to get a stick out there. Minute 15. Sioux City dumps it high and wide. PJ went to try to glove save that one. Just couldn't quite get enough arm on it. Puck stays in play. Sioux City meets it over in the corner. Minute on the clock. McDaniel with it. McDaniel's going to dump it deep. Hildebrandt doesn't connect with the pass. Hildebrandt chasing it down. He's got double pressure. Sioux City's going to get their stick in there and take over. Sioux City, fast progress in and out. McDaniel tips it off with a stick. Baker to knock it back. Sioux City recollects on it. Marin now behind with pressure. Sioux City trying to sneak it in the corner. McDaniel with some fancy footwork kicks it out. PJ using his head lets it bounce right off of his forehead. 10 seconds. Another shot attempt. Can't get up in the crease. Shot down short by Des Moines. Sioux City trying to knock it off of the back of the net. And that is the final buzzer. So, game number 4 is the first loss for Des Moines this weekend. However, I believe because we lost only by 1 point, we still so trying to confirm things. It looks like we are playing Lincoln next. They are the ones that won in that buzzer beater just 10 feet behind us here in the championship game. That game is either at 1 or 1:30. I have to verify that. So you'll see our sideline update when we get that out. We'll get it to you guys. Otherwise,